Create a combinator. Name it base pad, nice and imaginative. Instance of Thor. 3 multi-oscillators. It's becoming routine now, isn't it? Detune a bit. Low pass filter set to about 120 Hz. Just so it's the bassy end. Yeah, something like that. And no chorus on this one, since a bass patch should generally be kind of centered and it's not too messy. And take up the sustain on the amp envelope as well, just so it doesn't lose volume over time. Now, I'm just going to add in some octave notes here in our new track lane, so we can hear the synth. Yeah, if I set it to bar, I'm going to go for the notes D, C, A, and B flat. And then copy them down an octave. You could just make another instance of Thor with all the oscillators down an octave. Or even just change some of these oscillators to reduce the power of it, if you didn't mind that. But this is the way I do it. Sweet. Okay, so let's just make this a bit bassier. So right click, create equalizer, and take the low shelf and turn it down at around 30 Hz and really widen that shelf, and that just means that it doesn't interfere with the sub bass. But yeah, if we boost a little bit around, just gently around the 100, between 150 and 300, and that'll just bring it up a bit. Okay, so we've got a nice bassy pad now. Let's duplicate this combinator and change it into a high pad. So right click, duplicate devices and tracks. Now let's rename it before we forget. High pad. And also press tab and notice it's not automatically linked because it's been duplicated, so drag this to a spare channel in the mixer. Now on the front we want to change a few things, shockingly enough, because this is a high pad. So take the octaves up quite considerably if we make a 3-octave spread, and if we turn the low pass filter into a state variable one and set it to band pass, not high pass. Band pass allows a small band of frequencies through, and by modulating this will make a cool effect similar to the notch filter modulation on the respace. Take the frequency to about 1.5 kHz and the resonance up to about 100, just to emphasize that high end, and this time add the chorus and delay and tempo sync it. High end suits being wider with the chorus since we can interpret higher frequencies more clearly, and as such it'll be less messy. Route a tempo synced 4:1 LFO using the modulation bus routing down here by about 50% to the filter frequency. Now if we have a listen to this pad soloed out, because it should have the notes in there as well. Okay, let's have a listen to this. Nice, that LFO is really working its magic. Now if we have a look in the equalizer, turn off low shelf and param 1 and select param 2 and high shelf. Now make sure the param 2 gain and Q are down just fully, and I've taken the gain up here on the high shelf just to bring out that high end, because this is the high pad. And yeah, you can have it up here as well, but I figure since the gated pad is that kind of mid-range, I don't want this one to interfere with it. Okay, so sweet. If we have a listen, that's quite nice. If we also put in that gated pad into our verse, That's quite nice. I'll just take the volume down on that. And that's pretty much done. Sweet. There we've made 3 pads that are more chilled than a 5-year-old marriage between some Mormon penguins who never really loved each other but felt socially pressured into wedlock. And our break is taking shape. Ace. In day 5, I'll be adding a nice chilled pluck-sounding lead to our verse and setting up the structure of our D&B track, explaining a bit about the conventions of drum and bass. Until then, have a play around with your pads. LFOs are your friend here. Try modulating everything you can find to make the chilled pads more interesting. See you tomorrow! If you found this tutorial useful, help me out by rating this video or posting a comment so other people can find it. And don't forget to check out my website, boyinaband.com. Have a nice day!